today's episode of The Humble Ride, I will be speaking a little bit about my grandfather and how I got into motorcycles, as well as taking a trip over to Clemmons Motorcycle Shop and talking to Kenny, a longtime friend of mine who has done all of my work. I look forward to telling you my stories, and I hope that you'll come along for the ride.
Get on the gas, make it go fast, kick a little ass, don't stop moving. Get on the gas, running high class, it's over in a flash, no time for losing. Get on the gas, make it go fast, kick a little ass, don't stop moving. Get on the gas, running high class, it's over in a flash, no time for losing.
Today I will be riding my 2013 Harley-Davidson Ultra Classic. This is the bike that we were fixing up from episode 1. So if you'd like to go back and kind of see what we were doing, check out episode 1. And this is the actual finished product. My grandfather was a huge part of raising me as a child. He and my grandmother met in Heidelberg, West Germany when they were just teenagers. They got married around the same time, and they stayed married their entire lives until he passed away. This was the day they were married. I'm pretty sure that my grandmother was 17 or 18 years old in this photograph. I could be wrong, but she was beautiful. And he was a very happy man. A.V. Hall, Jr. was an E7 First Sergeant who drove around 4-star generals in the U.S. Army. This man taught me how to be a man. And I still hear his voice in my head almost daily. He taught me to drink my coffee black, just like the Travis Meadows song says. I keep little reminders of my grandfather all over my home, especially in my garage, where I keep my motorcycles. This is a photograph of him with one of his last motorcycles that he ever owned before he stopped riding. I of course had to put myself in a photograph below him with one of my older motorcycles. My grandfather loved his country and what it was supposed to stand for. He also loved his wife, Lottie. My grandparents traveled a lot. He worked so hard for a company called Holly Farms in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. That was his second career after he retired from the Army. I'm so thankful that I got to go on so many trips with my grandparents. In this particular photograph, my grandfather had lied about his age to go to the U.S. Army. He was living in Wilkes County, North Carolina, where I was raised, and he wanted to serve his country, but he wasn't old enough. So at the age of 15, he told them he was 18, and they let him join. This is my grandmother in her younger glory. I'm so thankful to have her citizenship papers when she decided to move to America with my grandfather and start their life. One of my absolute favorite photographs of me and my grandfather was when I graduated high school in 1993. He didn't smile too much, but when he did, I knew he was proud. I also have one of his last driver's license. My grandfather used to take me to the North Wilkesboro Motor Speedway every summer. I pretty much grew up at that racetrack, so you can imagine how happy I was when they decided to reopen it, and I was able to go to opening weekend with my son. Papaw made sure that I knew what speed and happiness was like as a kid. He got me a go-kart when I was younger. He also got himself one so he could ride with me. I have photo albums full of photographs that I'm thankful for. Something I'm super thankful for is that in the last year or so, I found the original sales receipt for the first motorcycle that my grandfather ever got for me. It was a 1989 Honda XR100 dirt bike. Funny enough, everybody called me Jamie, but my grandfather put this motorcycle in my real name, James Vincent Carroll. I believe I was 15 years old in this photograph. He took me everywhere with him. He had many motorcycles. That little fella right there is me. I was always close to my grandfather, and I was always interested when he was playing with his toys. There I am again at the Monte Carlo Motel in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Chunky little guy. I am very thankful to own my grandfather's 1973 Ruger 22 pistol. This is one of my favorite guns that I still like to use today. It fires straight and true, just like he did. We're going to ride over to Clemmons Motorcycles to pick up my 2010 Softail Deluxe, which we just had new handlebars put on. So I'm looking forward to getting my baby bike back in the garage and back on the road. When I was a little boy, my grandfather used to take me to Lyle Harley-Davidson shop in Wilkes County, North Carolina, conveniently located on the original Highway 421. This little shop was full of old men telling jokes and lies and stories and buying motorcycle parts. Most of the guys would give me money to buy candy and Harley-Davidson stickers. When I first found out about Clemmons Motorcycle Shop many years ago, the first thing I thought to myself was how much this place reminded me of that original Harley-Davidson shop in Wilkes County, North Carolina. Little did I know that Kenny and I would become friends. Well, you can't go anywhere without gas. Typically, I don't like taking highways or interstates when I'm riding motorcycles, but this Ultra Classic makes it easy. This thing is like riding on air, and it is so comfortable. It's actually for sale, but I'm kind of enjoying it while I have it. I always feel connected to my grandfather, or as I called him, Papaw, when I'm riding my motorcycles. I grew up on motorcycles. That was pretty much my life. Motorcycles and music. The people that my grandfather rode motorcycles with were so cool. They were like a big family. These bikers had a sense of love and community, and they took care of each other. Kids could run around these little motels when we would go to the rallies, and everybody was safe and taken care of. They would give me coffee and candy. I'm not sure how happy that made my mom, but we had a great time, and I'm so thankful that I have the memories of having so many travels with my grandparents because of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Every time I arrive at Clemmons Motorcycle Shop, I am taken back to where I came from. A small, blue-collar, 100% American motorcycle shop. This place knows where it came from. There goes Kenny now, in the window. Kenny and his crew work on all kinds of motorcycles, but I'll let him tell you about that in just a few moments. In this shop are tools of the trade. These guys use their hands. These guys use their brains. Old bikes, brand new bikes, all kinds of different bikes for all kinds of different people. That's what makes this world go round after all. You can find all kinds of accessories in this shop, as well as see their support for America and veterans all over the place. I'm thankful that Kenny had a few minutes to sit down and answer a few of my questions. I'm sitting here with my good friend, Kenny friggin' Gilley. That's his middle name, friggin'. Kenny has been at this a long time, and I met him many years ago when I rolled into this little shop in Clemmons just looking for some parts. And the rest is history, I guess, Kenny, right?
We developed a relationship.
I really
want to call it that.
I agree.
I enjoy your music and you enjoy my shop. So
Kenny, what do you tell me? I don't work on my bike. Why I ride my bike. Why don't I work on my bike?
because you play music.
Right. So
Why don't I play music?
because you turn wrenches.
Right. You wouldn't want to listen to what I play.
Yeah. And I think you've seen what happens when I turn wrenches.
Yeah, same thing happens when I try to play.
It's not music. It's not that bad. But so
Mine is.
yeah. And Kenny, what all do you guys do here at Clemmons Motorcycle Shop?
We do anything to a Harley. We'll do tires and oil changes on other brands, but anything you need to a Harley, all the way down to tuning, we do it all. So.
You've done a lot for me.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate the support. So.
Every time I think I need a new motorcycle,
Yeah, I know it.
I bring it here.
And you've gone through a few. Hopefully you got pictures of your collection over the years.
I do. Videos, pictures. Well, brother, how long have you been at this?
47 years.
Well, gosh, you're only 48 years old.
Started in 90. I wish I was 48 years old. I don't even remember 48.
So over the years, you've done sales and service. You've built bikes from the ground up.
Yeah, magazine articles. I did the Easy Rider thing for years and years. I raced motorcycles, drag raced Harleys, flat track Harleys. We did some motocross, did some enduro. Now actually I'm doing road race Harleys. I'm taking the bagger and putting it on the racetrack.
I thought you've got that one right over here.
Yep,
I'll get that one on video.
That one there, and we'll be down at Kershaw this weekend playing, acting stupid on baggers on the track.
Nice.
Just having a good time. Yeah.
And I think your wife, she might be a little speed demon, right?
We can catch her. She's out of our league. She's faster than we are.
She's so pretty she can't be on camera. We can't put her on camera. So. Over the years, I've had several motorcycles, and Kenny has been the only guy that I wanted to touch them. And before this video is over, I'll be showing you the finished product of a new set of handlebars we put on my baby bike, my Softail Deluxe.
Yeah.
Well, brother, thanks for your time today.
Well, thank you.
And thanks for all the work you've done for me and others in this community.
Well, I appreciate the support. So I'm always here for you.
Kenny friggin' Gilley, Clemmons Motorcycles. As Kenny goes back to work taking phone calls and taking names, I'm going to go outside and take a look at my new upgrades. I arrived on my 2013 Ultra Classic. Now I'm about to test drive my baby bike with brand new handlebars. My 2010 Deluxe. Everybody knows this is my favorite bike. It has its own story. One day I will tell the whole story. And I'm super excited about the rise on these handlebars. They're going to be exactly where I want them. And I'm about to take a test drive.
Your name. 7 years old and 2 wheels, never been the same. Mama's pride and joy, this you won't forget. Spend your life in motion, you ain't finished yet. Get on the gas.